My first ever BJJ competition, Nordic Open 2022 fall, was today. I'll give you the results, but first I want to give you insights on my mindset. My mindset was that I'll go all in, and the results were, sadly, a loss. Now the thing is that while I'm not that sad, I'm still sad. Of course, I'm really sad. It would be weird if I weren't. And I brightened up myself through thinking and reflecting and talking about this. So I called up some friends, my friends that were watching, and my brother. They were there watching the fight, and they're such a great support, and I'm really thankful and grateful, thankful, whatever, to have them in my life that helped me and were there in that crucial moment where I needed them, and especially now afterwards, because I was really sad. I was really sad when I came home, and tired, sad, and hungry. I want to say that even though if I didn't win, I learned a lot. Well, of course, if I weren't learning, then what the hell am I doing? And I believe that even though, because the thing is, I set myself up for a big challenge. Not gonna lie, a big challenge. Like, the reason why I set myself up for such a, and why this is such a big thing for me, is because, the first competition, this is how I view it at least. The first competition is always the hardest, because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to go. You don't know how to prepare yourself fully until you've done it, in my opinion. Doesn't matter how many tips you get. Doesn't matter how many videos you watch. Doesn't matter how many tournaments you see live. If you're not competing in it, then you actually don't know how you're gonna prepare yourself the best according to your life and your situation. And that's exactly what I thought. So I thought there was a big hurdle that I wanted to get over, like a big jump over this. And the challenge was competing my first competition. This, I'm done with it now. My first competition is done. And huge challenge. 1.5 months. During the summer, I didn't really train that much. It's It's the 29th of October right now. During the summer, I didn't really train that much. I wasn't that good at keeping my training schedule. And then I was away during August, and I injured my knee while doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Portugal. And having done that, when I came back, I got sick, so I was gone for 1.5 months from training. But then last week on Monday, I went to the gym, I started training, and then I saw posters about this competition that was today. And I thought for myself, it's 2 weeks from now, a little bit less, 2 weeks. Will I be able to get up in train and be as good as I want to for this competition? Let's see, let's try. I'll never know if I don't do it. So I signed up for the competition that night, and then I started training and started dieting. Now here's the thing, pivot and persevere. Should you diet before competing? Or, no, the question is, should you keep on heading in towards the direction that you've already planned, or should you persevere? Should you pivot or should you persevere? Wait, let me say that again. Should you pivot or persevere? Should you stay on your course, or should you change direction? Now, I think that if you have the right KPIs, if you have the right numbers, if you have the right data that supports you in your decision, then yes, you should be able to make a good decision. And so you need KPIs, you need hard decisions, you need numbers, in my opinion. You need something to base your opinion on or make calculated decisions. And I just figured that I have my notes here on my computer real quick, so I'm actually looking them up because I really need this for this, so you guys can get the best. Here. Okay, yeah. So it's never too late for you to change. And if you have a goal that you've set, like how you're supposed to achieve that goal, you should be able to choose different paths, because there are so many paths that could lead to the same goal. And hopefully, like for example, I wanted to compete in the minus 70 weight class first, but my goal was to win this tournament, right? My goal was to win this tournament. And I knew that, okay, so either I go down in weight to minus 70 kilograms, or I go up to minus 76. And I thought that, I'll go to the gym, I'll talk with the guys, and I'll ask for their advice. And I really got some poor advice because they didn't really fully grasp my situation and my health. And of course, well, it's my decision, I should know, but they said, you should go down, it's just a couple of kilos. Thing is though, only 2 weeks, hard training, because I've been away for 1.5 months, and then I have this hard training. So I knew from the beginning that this was gonna be a hurdle. I knew this was gonna be a super big challenge for me, but still I did it because I thought it's a challenge. It's not impossible. It's just a challenge. I'll be able to do it. I'll do my best, and let's see what happens. Now, what happened? I started dieting. So I looked up like how many calories am I burning, like I don't really know. But I think I have a estimate of how many calories did I burn, and I think it's around like 2,800, around that number. I don't really know, but calories. And I started looking at nutrition facts, started asking for advice, and started talking to people. So I was weighing in on, I think my natural weight was like 71 kilos, I think, and I was supposed to go down 3 kilos for me to be able to. Because you weigh in with your gi, and that's an extra 2 kilograms. So if I would weigh 68 kilograms, adding 2 kilos with my gi, then I would reach the 70. So I thought, okay, that's probably only water weight, so I'll be able to do it. Problem is, I don't have that much fat. I really don't have much fat at all on myself. Like, I really don't. And I'm strong, but I can be stronger. I don't have that much, like, I can become much more bigger. I'm not the strongest physique in proportion to my age and my height. I know that. I haven't been really that hard at training. I'm fit. I'm not skinny as in like bones, only bones, sticks and bones, but I can become, more. So I thought that, okay, why not go for the minus 70? And I dieted for the whole week. And then Sunday and Monday, because on Saturday I was training, I was like, oh god, I'm really tired. I've been eating like 1,500 calories a day, and when proteins and fat, and I've been counting all those. And I was like, oh man, okay, let's see how this goes. I'll give myself Sunday to recover, and then Monday, I had no energy. I couldn't push anyone off. I couldn't take anyone down, like do a takedown. And I felt like, I don't have that energy. I don't have that oomph in me. So it's like, okay, So I started talking to the guys at the gym and asking for their advice. And I called my brother and I called some friends as well. And it's like really, really in this tough decision. Like, should I go down in weight or should I go up in weight? Like, which weight class? And I figured out, okay, so Monday. So it's this Monday, this week. And it's Saturday today. So meaning I had like 4 or 5 days. It's like, and I had to make that decision that day. I knew that. So after pondering a lot about it and asking for advice and got some help, I decided to go up in a weight class. Now the thing is, why I wanted to mention about persevere or pivot, like if you're heading towards a desired direction and then you persevere, you hold that direction, you stay steady on your course. If that works for you and you think that actually gonna bring you to your goal and you have numbers that can back up to it, yeah, you should go for it. But if you think that, okay, my goal is to win this tournament, and either I'll go minus 70 or minus 76, I'm just giving you an example right here just to make it clear. And this is actually my situation as well. So I was standing here and I had a road. I had a choice. Either go minus 70 or minus 76. Still, the goal is to win the tournament. I'll go for minus 76. And the reason why was because looking at like the numbers. Okay, so I was weighing in at. Okay, I have to lose like a little bit more than half a kilo. Now it sounds like a little, but if you've already gone down like 3 kilograms that I had done, and it's really hard and you don't have that much energy, yeah, of course, you could argue that the other guys that I'll be competing against will also be in the same situation, that they have gone down in weight, therefore having not that much energy. Yeah, but at the same time, I know that if I wouldn't have made this choice, I would have stayed in the weight class and I would have much more energy. So I should probably go up and eat myself up, because I can't starve myself. I can't starve myself if it affects my way to compete and my performance negatively, as it did. I felt it during the training sessions. I couldn't really push anyone off me. I couldn't like drag someone down. I didn't have any grips. I didn't have any energy at all to compete, and I didn't have any energy to train. Then how about competing? You know, it's such a different experience, and I know that from experience by with my karate. So I thought to myself, okay, screw it, I'll change, I'll pivot, I'll go for the minus 76 and I'll eat myself up. That's like super Swedish saying, but I'll eat enough so I can get some energy. And I tried to increase, and I increased with 2 kilos. No, not really, 1.5 actually. So the thing is, it wasn't only water weight. Look, water weight, I could drink myself up to that, but it wasn't that. I had actually lost energy. I'd lost, not maybe fat that much, because it's hard to burn. It's usually water weight, but I had lost so much energy. I was dehydrated, I was tired. So I went into this competition not in my optimum, but imagine if I would have gone to the minus 70 class, I would have been screwed, absolutely screwed. So I think I made the right decision, even though if I didn't get the results I wanted. But if you have the numbers to back you up and you actually see that it's not working for you, then change. Because the direction that you're heading, it's not the direction in itself. It's that you actually achieve what you want. Now, you can have an approximation of a desired direction. Like, I'm not going backwards, right? I'm heading forward, but should I go 2 degrees to the west or 0 degrees, so just straight north, or 2 degrees to the east? Well, or northeast, you understand what I mean? Yeah. So the decision and the hallmark for me, and like the thing I'm super proud of, is that I made the decision to actually compete with these conditions. And I'm really proud of my, because if you maybe I'll post a video, I don't know, about my first competition, but it really went bad for me, like really. But it didn't go, well, I didn't get destroyed, but I wasn't submitted, if I'll say it like that. And that to me is being destroyed. I was locked up in a triangle 2 times, and 1 time a rear naked choke. I escaped all of them, because I know the escapes. I've been practicing on that a lot at the gym. But I know now things that I can train on. I know things that I can do better. I have set up a strategy in my mind, and I've discussed it together with friends, and I discussed it with other people that are experiencing with this as well. And I know now more what to do, but the big challenge is actually to get over that first challenge, get over that first mental hurdle, get over that first literal competition. The first thing, like it's like sales, you know. The first sale is always the hardest, because you have no idea what you're doing. That's the same thing with me doing the competition, even though if I've competed in karate and skiing and sailing before. You know, I was high level in karate, like super high, world championships. But still, it's not the same, because it's not the same kind of movements. It's not the same kind of, you know, energy, perseverance, because you have different movements, you have the different strategies, it's a completely different sport, right? It's a completely different sport, different movements and all that. So I knew that it's gonna be stressful. I knew that it was gonna be exciting. I knew that I was gonna be adrenaline kicked. I knew that it was going to be hard, but I didn't know that it was supposed to hurt that much in those situations. There was, like, for example, being in a rear naked choke. Like, I've been in those situations before in training, but I've tapped. But I knew now that this is a different situation, because I'm competing. If I tap, I lose, and he wins by submission. Now, my ego tells me to not do it, but I also felt that I can escape this if I push further. Now, I wouldn't have been able to do, you know, it's like when you're training, at least when I've been training, I don't train like at the top. We haven't made that decision yet in our training schedules to actually train as if it were life or death, as in it's like in a competition. Now made the decision to actually change that, to actually have some training exercises where I actually do it like it is a competition, that you go all in, everyone do it all hard, and me myself that I do it hard as well, going all in for it. But I wouldn't have known this if it weren't for this competition. That's why I'm super proud. I've gained so much knowledge that I can now build up my game plan and look ahead. I can look ahead. Still, I'm very sad. I'm very frustrated that I didn't win this. Because, I had such a bad time sleeping before this competition. It's crazy. The thing is, I was laying in bed and thinking to myself, okay, I can do this, I can do that. But my friend reminded me on my way to the competition, actually in the car when we talked on the phone, spoke on the phone. And he remember me about, like, I think it was Mike Tyson or someone that said this quote, that everyone has a plan until you get hit in the face, punched in the face. I had to say exactly the same thing. I had a plan, I knew what to do. I knew what to do, but then, you know what happened? I lost. That's the thing. But now I can only become better. Because now I have, now I know the first competition is the hardest, I know. Now I'm going to be competing again tomorrow. Let's see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated. It doesn't matter if I win or not. I'm super tired. I went home. I slept for like 3 hours. I was devastated. I was like, not devastated as in emotionally, but I was exhausted. I was destroyed. That's the right word, destroyed. So now I'm making food, by the way, in the oven. But whew, I'm so tired right now. And I know that I made the right decision to change with the diet. So persevere. I think I made the right decision based on the knowledge that I have right now. Now, I was actually gonna record a video and I wrote these notes. I'm gonna read them. I'm translating from Swedish to English. But I knew also that from the beginning that I made the right decision. I really felt it because I also had the numbers backing up. And I'll read this translation to you. So this is Swedish and I'll translate it right by the go. It's never too late to change direction. If you set a goal, it's absolutely okay for you to change your way of reaching it if you're noticing that you cannot make up the numbers, if you cannot reach the numbers and reach the goals, KPIs. So just look at what I've done with my change of weight class. I had chosen weight class minus 70, and then I chose minus 76 just before this competition, just because I knew that I wasn't going to make the weight for minus 70. So the thing is with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well, just a comment here, that if I register for the minus 70 and I weigh in at minus 70.1, I'm disqualified. So I knew also that I had that factor, and I wanted to be able to make sure that I was competing. So minus 76 was the best decision in my opinion, if I wanted to have energy as well. So everything that I said in this video, but on the notes. But the important thing here is that you make sure that you that you actually have a goal that you can achieve, and that you have different paths for you to achieve those goals. Exactly the things I've been saying in this video. Pivot and persevere. If you see that you're heading towards your desired direction, then continue. But if you're seeing that you're not really reaching your goal, then maybe you should change your strategy. Now, that's a good, I'll be talking a lot about goals, dreams, strategy, and all that vision. Vision, big, general, you want this. General heading, general destination. And then you have the goals that you divide the destination up in categories. I can't speak. I'm so tired. You don't understand. I'm completely blasting my head. And then you have the strategy on how you to achieve those goals, and those goals lead to your dreams. Vision. Exactly how it goes here. So I know I had this vision. I had this goal. And I had to change strategy. And that's the thing with that don't be afraid to change your strategy. And hopefully that's giving you insight not only about, even though it's been like this is the thing with me in this channel. I've talked about that this channel is supposed to be not only about martial arts, not only about entrepreneurship, not only about leadership and sales and relationships. It's everything is connected in my opinion. I think that there's things that I can gather, the information, knowledge that I got from business that I can apply onto karate and martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. sports, and know that things from sports I can apply into business, and know that I can apply these things in my life as well. Each and every time I have a new piece of knowledge that I acquire, I know that I'll be able to use some of the thought processes, the methods of thinking and approaching problem solving, and not maybe the solution itself, but the concept of solving that problem. Yeah, the problem solving part of the whole. I'll be able to use that in every part of my life, and that's what I'm really liking with this concept of actually, taking knowledge from different industries and then apply it into another, because I think that everything is connected, and if you start connecting the dots in one part, you'll start connecting the dots in another, and you can connect the whole spider web. And that's the reason why I have this channel, so I can give you my full insight of how I think in strategy and goals and thoughts in my life and personal development, business, and everything. So with that said, thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and give me a comment about what do you think. Do you think it was good of me to change from minus 72 to minus 76? And also, having that said, what would you have done? What are your thoughts about changing direction in order to reach your goals? Let me hear that in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.